What you hear this time? Go and speak your mind. I know somebody's lying. It's always something. Her auntie told your cousin. Then all your homies jumping. Now the whole hood's buzzing. The he said, she said. Don't let it get in here, baby. Don't you say something that you will regret. I'm on your team. It's us against them, then you'll see. Hey, we ain't gon' stop. They just want what we got. The more they talk about our love, the more they make it obvious. The more they seem so envious. Hey, how can they talk about our love when they don't want one thing about, and then they just run in their mouth? So all we do is tune them out. Oh, I swear they got some nerve spreading what they heard.
Babe, we gotta get to the episode.
But babe, this the jail. You was doing the wheel and the Carlton. You was getting it.
I know, but we gotta get to this episode though. Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the You Stuck With Me podcast. Welcome back. And for new listeners, welcome.
Welcome. You stuck. You stuck with me.
Beautiful, how you doing?
I'm good. I gotta take a swig of this water because them vocals, honey. Child.
Yeah, Loki, we just probably put on a whole tiny desk performance.
Okay. But I'm good. How are you today, Pumpkin?
I'm good. A little sweaty, but I'm good.
I mean, you was hitting the moves, though.
I know, right? William Carlton would have been proud.
For sure.
So in this episode, y'all, I know y'all heard about it. Everybody's talking about it. We're talking about the whole thing with Keke Palmer, Usher, and her baby daddy.
Man.
Like, the streets is talking. The streets are definitely talking, so.
Keep on talking to me.
You know, so we felt like we had to touch on this because it's too big to ignore. So, let's get the backdrop. So, Keke Palmer wore something kind of revealing. I'm not going to say kind of revealing.
I got you. Let me get this because I know what's happening.
Okay, I'm sorry. Take it away, miss.
Okay.
This is.
Okay, so everybody been talking about Usher's Las Vegas residency, right? Like, it's on and popping. Like, he singing, serenading. Like, he took it back to, like, the My Way album type of deal.
What was it, 8701?
No, I'm talking about My Way.
Oh,
like
okay.
the 7 o'clock on the dot in my drop top, rolls in the streets. Okay, let's get back to focus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he doing this thing or whatever. So, Keke Palmer, she wears like a slim fit, sheer bodysuit, right?
Mm-hmm.
She wears this bodysuit, but if you're not familiar with a bodysuit, your butt cheeks are out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she has that out, but it's covered by a sheer skirt. So there's this picture floating around when she was meeting with Usher. I don't know. I think it was during the performance while he was singing. It just shows the backside of her outfit, like you see butt cheeks and all that stuff. So her baby daddy, his name is Darius, I believe.
I think it's Darius, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know his
Darius Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Darius Jackson. Who happens to his older brother? I forgot his name. But his older brother's an actor who played in the BET. I think it was a BET series called The Harder They. Well, no, let me not get the line. I forgot the name of it. I ain't gonna lie to you. But the games that people play. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Anyway, he's the younger brother of that star. His name will come to me in a minute. But anyway, so he made a tweet. No, he made a comment on Instagram saying, "It's the outfit though. You're a mom."
Mm-hmm.
Basically insinuating like what she wearing was kind of inappropriate. So it's been a little bit of speculation saying that, you know, he's talking about oh, she's wearing this revealing stuff. She shouldn't be wearing that because she's a mom. To a speculation that it's not really the dress. It's really that Usher was singing her panties off.
That second part I didn't hear. That second part I didn't see.
Baby, it's been in the streets. It's too many conspiracy theories out here, but that's one of the two.
That's probably why I didn't hear it, because it's too many conspiracy theories.
Right. But anyway, so to continue on, So to follow up on the comment that he made, he was like, in today's society, that he's getting we're in a society where men are they speaking about how something is too revealing. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Basically, that they are wearing stuff, and I'm speaking about my family, and how I'm the provider and this, that, and the third. But I'm getting penalized because of my morals and values. And then all of a sudden, he just disappeared. He deleted all his social media accounts.
So let me ask you this, and we briefly touched on this in previous episodes. You said that he's the leader of his household, so
That's what the context was insinuating. Like,
right. So okay, do you think that I'm a firm believer like a man should still be the leader of his house no matter how much money is in his pocket. So do you believe in this situation that rule still applies, or how do you feel about that one?
about him being a provider?
Yeah, about him being a provider man in the house.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what's going on in their household. I can't tell you that. But again, you asking somebody that's married. Now, if they were married, okay.
Ooh, let's touch on that part, please.
They're not married.
Okay, so do you
now, I'm not putting disrespect on their relationship. I believe they're in a serious relationship. I mean, look, they have a kid together.
I agree with that.
And it's from what we see from the outside looking in, they're very, very involved in the child's life.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he ain't been here that long. I think he's like 6 months. 5 or 6 months.
So let me ask you this. Well, let me speak on from my perspective a little bit. So obviously he felt some type of way that he commented on it, but I think it's catch-22 because on one hand I think that he is well within his right to feel the way he feels, but the way that he went about it, I think that should have been discussed.
And that's one of the things that's been talked about too. Now, I get where he's coming from. Obviously, it seems like he really loves Keke, right? Because, I mean, obviously, he wouldn't have said anything. I think that the presentation was whack.
I agree with that, but there's also speculation that he did see what she was wearing before she left.
You getting a little ahead of me. I was getting ready to talk about that.
I'm sorry.
Getting a little ahead of me, but it's okay. But we can talk about it. So, yeah, I feel like he did care to some point because he said something. Mm-hmm. Now, I feel like, do I agree that the presentation was whack? Yes. Because I feel like you could have told her this before she walked out the door, bro.
Or if you're going to say something, you could have said
something right then and there. Because my thought process is, I'm pretty sure she was like, hey, babe, how you like my outfit?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is where you talked. This is what you mentioned. So allegedly, there's been it's now deleted. It's been an Instagram post that Keke made saying that, did you really think that he didn't see my outfit before I left the house?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you really think he didn't smack my booty before I left out here? Like, are we serious right now? # delusional or whatever. And she said some other stuff, but now that's been deleted. So now it's like, okay, now this makes a little bit more sense. So my thought process is, okay, she had to tell her man, because I do this with you, like, hey, how do I look? How does this look on me? Does it look a little revealing? Does it look a little tight?
Yeah. Matter of fact, you did that this morning.
Right.
So
I'm like, so you mean to tell me that he didn't see this before she left the house?
Mm-hmm.
And with her saying, well, he basically slapped me on my booty before I left. That says a lot.
I mean, I feel like, and I may be wrong. Maybe I'm just the only guy who feels this way. But I think that a guy slapping his woman on the ass wearing something as she walks out the door is a sign of approval.
Yep. But I think the problem is, it's not that what she wore. I'm leaning towards it was because Usher seen her booty cheeks.
I can see why you say that. I can really see why you say that because, you know, Usher. Everybody knows who Usher is. Everybody knows how he moves.
He's the USHERRAYOMD. Now, baby, tell me what you want to do with me. Got you feeling like Jodeci.
Exactly. So, I think I think he just got insecure because Usher and Keke Palmer were doing their thing. But you gotta understand, this is what you signed up for, bro.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. Now, first, before, and I'm a big advocate of this. First, you gotta know what type of person you dealing with before you start making critical relationship moves with that person.
Because let's be real.
It's Keke Palmer. Let's be real.
And she's naturally in the spotlight. So this is what I'm. And you know, one of my guys told me this when I was younger, probably about like 14, 15. But it's obvious now. But then as a kid, you don't quite get it. Don't go after a bad chick if you can't handle a bad chick. Let's be real. Because Keke Palmer's in the spotlight. Obviously, she's an attractive woman. She's gonna get attention. If you can't handle the fact that she's getting attention, you shouldn't be on her arm. You shouldn't be messing with her, or at least trying to. Anyway.
And don't send mixed messages, because now this song came out. Now it seemed like you was okay with it behind closed doors, but now you see Usher, doing his thing, being a performer, because that's what I take it as. I mean, Usher know he fine. He know he got the moves. He know that ladies gonna want him and stuff like that. And it's nostalgic. If he's singing, it's 5:00 on the dot. Come on now.
Singing nice and slow.
Yes. He playing off that.
Yeah. So
the whole thing is to build fantasy. People forget that. So it's like, come on now.
I mean, when you sit there and think about it, and I've seen people do this, they try to compare this situation to the Russell Wilson and Sierra situation.
That's a little bit different.
It is because
they're married.
And I feel like this. I'm pretty sure Russell Wilson saw the outfit before they left. Matter of fact, he took a picture.
He was with her.
He took a picture with her. She was wearing that. But you gotta understand.
They was out together. I think it was like a gala or something like that.
And this is the thing. He was comfortable with it. Other people were like, "Oh, I wouldn't let my wife walk around like this." People seeing it.
And that's the problem. That is the problem. If you can't, based on what you believe, you can't compare what you believe to other relationships. What might be okay for one relationship may not be okay for yours.
Yeah, and also you gotta understand this. People may not know this, but these celebrities get paid to wear certain things. So, not to say that Keke Palmer was, because we don't know.
We don't know.
But let's say that she was paid to wear that. She's getting the bag.
But they're also at the same time too, not to cut you off. Excuse me. The thing about it is, we got to see here is like, ever since Keke Palmer had that baby, and she even said it on record, it's empowered her more. So this might be her phase where she feel good about herself.
Yeah, that's true. Because we've seen and listened to, at least between me and you, we've seen what women say when it comes to postpartum after giving birth. It takes about 9 months to a year for them to fully feel like themselves baseline again. And the fact that she feels like this 6 months after having a baby, come on now. We gotta give her props for that one.
And some instances might not even be about having a baby. Like me, I'll be honest with you. I feel like I feel more confidence of myself because I got a husband now. Like, come on now. Come on now. It's like you've been single for so long. Then all of a sudden you find somebody, they love you, they want to put a ring on it. You're gonna feel some type of way. Hence why we always get those, oh, I'm touching the laptop photos showing off the ring. Oh, I gotta clean. Whatever major milestone that happens in your life that happens for the positive, you're gonna feel good about yourself.
Marriage, confident marriage, having a baby, graduating college, whatever.
Whatever. It's like what's that saying? What's the saying? Oh, the price tag just went up.
Yeah.
You leveled up. So with that situation, I just feel like it was just miscommunication, number one, because to me, like I said, I could be wrong. I'm not trying to come after nobody's character. I'm just a person who happened to see this on social media and wanted to bring it into light. It just seems like he was okay with it behind closed doors. But now when you go on social media and see like all these comments and stuff based on your girlfriend, because I don't want to just classify them as baby mama, baby daddy, but your significant other, you felt compelled to say something, and that happens. That happens a lot. Even not with not with just big name celebrities, but anybody that's like a social figure.
Yeah, because what people gotta understand is they're in a way different tax bracket than what the normal person is.
Yeah.
So they have different, for lack of better words, I say thought processes, or they move differently.
Yeah.
So for the average person, you probably not gonna let your wife or your girlfriend walk out like that. But if you're making all this money and they're potentially paying you in some scenarios to wear certain things for the bag, you might do that. Your morals and your decision making will change.
But then also too, social media is smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. So
everybody feels like they have an opinion on social media,
and that their opinion is very important.
right? Or that that's the right way, that's the wrong way. Like social media sometimes can construe a lot of stuff.
I think social media is giving a lot of people a false sense of security. Like you can say whatever you want to say and not get some kind of retribution for it.
It's like for example, when you drink, you got to take a shot before you do something, right? You got to get that liquid confidence. Social media gives you that
liquid confidence,
that technology confidence.
Okay.
But you know what this reminds me of? This, because we always got to relate this back to us. This reminds me of our own disagreements we had with social media.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I said stuff that was like,
So to give a background story, so when me and Marquis first started dating, he used to have opinions, opinions on certain situations such as these, like the man versus woman situations, right? I think that's a good way of saying it.
That's a fair way of saying it.
That's a fair way of saying it. So some stuff Marquis will post like, the woman, if you expect your man to do this, you got to do that, or something similar to that. Or he might have a Facebook friend that might share a situation about how a woman did a man bogus. He'll repost it with his comments. But it was one in particular I wanted to say it was about a man getting a vasectomy or something like that, or something to that. Oh no, about a woman asking a man to get a vasectomy after having kids or whatever. And one of our mutual friends was like, Taylor bet not ever ask you to do that. And I'm just scrolling. At the time I didn't see it, so I'm just scrolling through my news feed. I can't speak today. My news feed, and I see this comment, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, so I called Marquis, and I was like, babe, we need to have a conversation here. I told him, and he's looking like, okay, I remember this. And he's looking like, what we gotta talk about? Like, what did I do? So I had to explain to him, like, when you make posts or repost stuff like that, and you make comments, you might not say me directly. It might not have nothing to do with me. But since now everybody know we a couple and we're seriously dating, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna think that I'm doing half of this stuff to you, which is not the case.
Again, social media is smoke and mirrors.
And it made it worse because I was tagged in this comment, and I had to say, like, what the fuck? So that was one time. And the other time, this was a real ugly one. So me and him had not been seeing eye to the eye. I think this was like one of the longest disagreements that we had, that we wasn't speaking. So we're gamers, we stream. So I guess, you don't remember?
Go ahead and finish the story because I don't.
So sure. I guess Marquis was really overwhelmed of us not speaking and stuff like that. He's streaming his gameplay. Next thing I know, he's crying.
Oh, I remember this. Okay, I remember this.
He's crying, talking about I just want my family back and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, what is going on here? I just remember I was just doing deliveries, and I was like, okay, let me pop in on his stream and we'll support him or whatever like that. I still can't stand his black ass right now, but I'm still gonna support. He's crying.
I don't remember what the argument.
I don't know, but you were crying, and I was like, is he really crying right now?
I was really
airing out our stuff.
Yeah, so not one of my finer moments, but
and again, people asking me like, what is going on with y'all? Like, what do you mean? What's going on?
Yeah, the fact. At that time, it was one of those moments where
you were desperate.
I was, because I was trying to make things right, but I went about it the wrong way. But lesson learned, and trust me, lesson learned, because we haven't had a situation like that since then, and we at least in my opinion, and on my end, keeping things in house. That was the big thing, keeping things in house.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But as far as the topic goes, speaking of in-house, I think one of the things that he did wrong was airing it out on social media. He shouldn't have said anything. In my opinion, he shouldn't have said anything on social media. But it should have been a conversation, at least when she got home, that they had. Because if you keep everything in-house, can nobody tell you or have an idea what's going on in your relationship?
But see, that's the difference between an unmarried couple and a married couple. A married couple 9 times out of 10 are gonna know, like, hey, let's discuss this when we get home.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? They already have the mindset of I don't want everybody in our business. I don't want nobody asking us questions. I don't want nobody taking sides or whatever like that. Let's just talk about this when we get home. But right now, you're gonna fix your freaking face in the car.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I've heard of situations like that. We've never had to do.
We never had to do that.
But
knock on wood.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we heard some married couples say that. Now with unmarried couple, when you still in that boyfriend girlfriend phase, it's it's a different mindset.
So let me ask you this: whether you're a married couple or a couple that's seriously dating, in this situation, is it still supposed to be treated the same? Are you supposed to have the same type of? I'm trying to find this right word.
Discreetness.
Not discreetness, but expectation.
Expectation. Well, the best way I can answer it is it's all dependent on that foundation of that relationship.
So you think that because they're not married, they shouldn't be held to the same standard or expectation?
Expectation of like a married couple?
Yeah. You know, in this situation, Keke Palmer walking out wearing what she was wearing, or like, let's go back to Russell Wilson and Sierra when Sierra was at the gala. Now, granted, the gala had a certain theme. In this situation, Keke Palmer didn't have a theme. She just went out with wearing what she was wearing, and she was like, okay. Do you think that they should have been held to the same standard?
To an extent, yeah.
I can understand that. I can respect that.
Yeah, to an extent, yeah. Because again, with them, it depends on what foundation they set for themselves. And this goes back to one of our episodes too, when we talking about setting expectations within a relationship. If they are seriously dating with intent to marry, then yeah.
Well, how do we know? How do we know that they're at this point now they intend to marry?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on what they said, but we'll never know.
Understandable, because.
But I mean, quite honestly, I feel like they both was wrong.
I can understand why you say that from both perspectives, because she feels some type of way. He definitely, obviously, feels some type of way. I
feel like they both wrong with the communication aspect of it.
I was just about to say that it comes back to the communication aspect of it, because communication, like we've always said, is an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
First of all, you gotta give them this. Keke Palmer's what, 28, 29?
I believe so, yeah.
So I mean, she's still in her 20s, and in their relationship, they're probably still developing their communication, everything, just like everybody else.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm giving grace on it because we don't know how their foundation is set up. We just know that that's Keke Palmer. That's the lucky man that that is the father of Keke Palmer's child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and for all we know, he probably did feel some type of way about it and felt that it was better to let it out on social media as opposed to telling her before she left the house. We all make mistakes.
Mm-hmm. You just gotta bounce back and learn.
Yeah, like I said to Mo the other day, a relationship is like a job.
Yeah.
You're gonna make mistakes on a job, and it's gonna come with consequences.
Make too many mistakes, you get fired.
Make too many mistakes, you get fired. But also in a relationship, sometimes your hard work it gets noticed and you get promoted. Hence, hint, hint, a marriage, an engagement, or a kid, depending how that path goes.
Yeah,
I'm just dropping gems today. Yeah.
I mean, you also got to remember, not everybody's relationship, the way it progresses is the same for everyone. So
all relationships are tailored to those two individuals. No pun intended.
Yeah, I mean, you in that relationship is just you two. So
yeah.
All right, beautiful. Where do you want to tell people how to find us, or do you want to tell people where to find us?
They can find us on Facebook at the You Stuck With Me podcast. You can find us on Instagram. That is You Stuck With Me _podcast. And babe, you want to tell them where they can get in contact with us?
At the Facebook page, you can drop a little message, sticky note. We'll gladly read it. Or you can email us at youstuckwithme@gmail.com. That is USTUCKWITME@gmail.com. You can leave a sticky note there. Ask us questions. We would definitely love to read them. Or you can leave a comment on our YouTube page. We definitely like reading the comments. Drop comments on our IG page. You can find me on IG or on Twitter, M1NE_1. That is M1NE_1.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. That is Queen Points. That's PONONTZ. Again, it's Queen Points, PONONTZ. And also, you can always follow me on TikTok. That's Queen Points #2. And once again, this is your one and only and your favorite Taylor.
And this is your boy Marquis.
And this is the You Stuck With Me podcast.
Make sure you guys rate, review, subscribe if you're on Apple Podcasts or if you're on YouTube.
And also on Spotify. Or anywhere that you stream your favorite podcast shows.
So on that note, babe, I think we're going to leave our listeners with this. Communication, communication, communication.
And stay off social media because sometimes we don't want to be knowing all y'all business.
Oh yeah, sometimes social media can be a cesspool.
Yeah. Cesspool with crab legs. And food recipes.
And on that note, we out, y'all.
Hey, come back.
You stuck with us.
Peace.
Later.